Minho was following Yi-jun when he noticed the white van's door open. A woman stepped out, and Minho cautiously listened to their conversation, trying to analyze the situation. It was clear that the people in the van were part of a plan to take him somewhere, and it seemed that there were about 5 more people inside the van. Minho was torn. He felt he had no reason to follow them, and it might be dangerous. However, recalling his unpleasant experiences with Jun Seo, coach, and the director, he felt a strange sense of reassurance from the people in the van. They all nodded and exchanged friendly glances with Minho. At that moment, the woman spoke. "Come on, get in. We have an office." "An office?" "Yes, we run the company together. We're like co-destiny partners." The woman handed Minho a business card. "Soul Connector Entertainment? I'm not interested in becoming a celebrity." "You're not going to be a celebrity, you're a creator. We do broadcasting on YouTube. Let's go. I'll formally introduce myself once we get to the office." Yi-jun got into the driver's seat only after Minho entered the van. Minho felt as though he was being manipulated, but he was curious about why he was following them. They all seemed friendly and didn't look like bad people. Minho's eyes widened in shock. The fact that they owned a 50-story building was hard to believe. Gangnam Tehran Row in Seoul was a prestigious business district, and to think that someone named Yoon Yi-jun was the owner of such a large building was astonishing. The building's scale and luxury left a profound impression on Minho. The studio equipment and various amenities in the office showed the magnitude and influence of Yi-jun's business empire. Seeing Minho's reaction, the man accompanying him smiled and added, "Yi-jun is amazing, not just in business, but he has a charm that attracts people. This place is another space he has created. I'm Seo Hyuk Min, nice to meet you. I'm Kim Minho, everyone knows you. How do you know me? I'm not a national athlete or anything. Everyone has been watching you. Do they all see me as Hwa Kyung or Youngin? There are more famous people than you. You're about 10th in the ranking." As Yi-jun stood there in surprise, the people who had followed him from the van patted Minho's shoulder and chatted as they entered the meeting room. Hyuk Min likes to joke around. Yi-jun is indeed the building owner. The #1 lady will be arriving soon. Women like you, they say you're handsome. Nice to meet you, Hyun Minho. I'm the youngest here. Yi-jun, who had been in the meeting room first, came out and went to the entrance. Jinju has arrived. Everyone really gathered today. The woman who had gotten out of the van spoke. Minho was curious about Jinju, as it seemed she was joining them, just like he was. He followed behind Yi-jun. At that moment, a tall, skinny man grabbed Minho's shoulder. Jinju is Yi-jun's first love. She's a married woman. Does that mean she's his wife? No, Yi-jun is single. When the meeting room door opened, a round-faced woman entered, following Yi-jun. She greeted everyone with a gentle expression, and a Korean Chinese accent, saying, "Hello." Minho thought about how diverse people's preferences were, and took a seat in the meeting room. Yi-jun began introducing Jinju to everyone in the meeting room, detailing their names, positions, and how Jinju would relate to each of them. Jinju's role was described as a connector, taking on duties similar to those of a manager and secretary. Jinju greeted everyone and was then asked by Yi-jun to leave the office. As the door closed and the sound of her footsteps faded, Minho spoke. "Does she not sound like me? Like telepathy or something? Everyone is still experimenting. We'll tell you once we're sure." "What does it mean to be sure?" "Being the most outstanding." "Outstanding in what way?" "In hearing, following instructions. You're the most outstanding among you all." "I have a question. Why did you call me here?" At Minho's question, the woman from the van, Suyong, spoke. "I recommended you. I was looking for someone to work with on broadcasts. I'm not good at broadcasting. You talk to yourself a lot." "That's me. I was listening to your thoughts when you were at home." Minho looked at Suyong with a surprised expression. "You're not at an amazing level. The things you said are only heard by me, but what Jinju said earlier is heard by everyone. Not just the people here, but even those we don't know." Minho was bewildered, trying to make sense of his thoughts. The idea that his private thoughts, and even his outbursts of anger were revealed through Suyong was hard to grasp. The fact that his emotional explosions while doing household chores or working part-time, could be exposed in conversations with Sooyoung was beyond his imagination. Sooyoung looked at Minho with an understanding gaze, as if trying to comprehend his complex emotions. She realized that even if Minho understood that she had heard his private thoughts, he might not fully grasp the impact of those words on her. Sooyoung sat next to Minho, who was lost in thought, and said, "Minho, even if you can't understand it, it's true. I see you, and everyone here can see you as Hwa Kyung, and the things you've experienced that upset you, when I think about them, it's like you're responding to my thoughts with your words.